So we're back looking at this 2011 Ram for the trailer brake problem. I had it in here yesterday for the MDS issue. So we're going to see what code was in the trailer brake control module and evaluate that situation. So yesterday when I scanned it, it had this C10C6-92 trailer brake manual lever performance or incorrect operation. Active and stored code. So we're going to look up this troubleshooting code and see what it involves. So here's the troublemaker chart related to C10C6-92. There's the electrical circuit. Let's see what it has to say here. I need to blow this up a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. It says the integrated trailer brake communicates with the vehicle through the high-speed CAN-C bus. It monitors the brake pedal status, vehicle speed, and ESP status via CAN messages. It also outputs the trailer status, gain setting, and trailer brake power output to the vehicle. The integrated trailer brake module connects to the trailer brakes through a 7-way connector. If there is no trailer connected, there will be no pulse width modulated signal. Well, let's see, what does it suggest this code is caused by? So here's what it says. It says it's when it's monitored continuously, and the set condition is if the integrated trailer brake module is configured incorrect or the manual lever squeeze switch is less than 0.4 of a volt or greater than 1 volt at initialization. This code will set. Possible causes are wiring or integrated trailer brake module. So it's looking like the manual lever is a problem. Let's have a look. I'll read some more and I'll summarize this. So the flow chart suggests to see if the code is active right now. It shows it's stored. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to clear this code and see if it returns. See if it returns now. So it hasn't returned. I'm going to go actuate the trailer brake control and see if it returns while I'm actuating it. As soon as I actuated the trailer brake control lever, the squeeze lever, it set that code. So let's see what the next step is. So basically it says, does the integrated trailer brake module display CF on the dash or on the trailer brake assembly? It does. Step 3, it says turn the ignition off and to the lock position and disconnect the trailer. Well, we don't even have a trailer plugged into this thing. Check all related splices and connectors for signs of water intrusion, corrosion, pushed out vent terminals, correct pin tension. Pay particular attention to all powers and grounds. I'm going to look inside that 7-pole plug and make sure there's no obvious signs of moisture or water in there, but there's no trailer hooked up. And it says, if you found a problem, that's fine. If not, replace the integrated trailer brake control module according with the service manual. So it may need to be flash programmed afterwards, but we'll find that out. I'm going to have a look at that 7-pole plug. So this is what I mean by displaying CF. I would operate this a couple of times and would actually display CF right here. You see it's not doing it now. Maybe if we cycle the key. It was displaying CF there. There it goes. So there's no trailer plugged into it, so I can't see how it would be a problem with the wiring unless it's wiring on the vehicle. So I'll have a look in that 7-pole plug, see if there's any corrosion in it. Well, looking inside this 7-pole plug, it looks pretty moisture free. The seal on the cover seems intact, it's not broken. The 4-pole plug on the top has nothing to do with trailer brakes, that's just lighting for a 4-pole. But the 7-pole one should be trailer brakes. and accessories and such, but it looks okay. I'm going to see if there's any cases on this. I'm going to see if there's any kind of data that'll help us with this diagnostics in the integrated trailer brake control module. I've cleared the codes. Let's see what it has for a data list. Let's see. Well, that's a big data list. No light electric trailer detected. I guess if you plug in a trailer, it should recognize that it's plugged in. But that's it for a data list. The fault code troubleshooting suggested something about the voltage from that switch being out of range. I wonder what this reset ECU does. This function, the ignition should be in the run position with the engine off. Can't hurt. Okay, so much for that. Well, I'm going to see if I can find any cases on it. Well, I decided to look through the data in the TIPM or the central gateway for items related to the trailer, and other than the status of some of the trailer lights, I can't see anything that's related, like the switch here. So the left stop turn, trailer tow off, and so on. Those lights are there. Right trailer tow, stop turn, and right stop turn, trailer tow. So nothing helpful in this TIPM or central gateway. So I checked for TSBs in Identifix, and I don't really see anything related to this problem. This customer satisfaction one has to do with incorrect information on a piece of paper that was documented, and this one has to do with wiring, but not related to the condition that we have. So I've checked on Identifix and I've checked on the IATN network, and I can't really find any cases of this. I've even read through some Dodge forums where they're talking about the integrated trailer brake controller setting that CF message on the controller. Most are with the trailer plugged in, so that would tend to indicate that this thing is malfunctioning. I looked at the wiring to it. There is no, it's CAN bus to the TIPM and the other controllers, but there is brake switch lamp input, trailer tow, brake, ground, fuse, battery power. And I decided I better take a look at the brake lights, make sure everything's functioning properly with the brake lights. So I've got the brake pedal depressed, and as you can see, both brake lights are on, but the center high mounted brake light is not on. Well, that's interesting. I would hope that that's not the cause, but we're obviously going to fix that and see what happens. So replace the bulb, but it didn't seem to make a difference. I noticed if I manipulate this switch, I can get it to display that CF message. So I think it's a problem with this control unit itself. Although it doesn't seem to be acting up now. It did it once after I changed this light bulb on the center high mounted brake light. Let's try shutting it off and restarting it. Definitely doesn't appear to be acting up as much as it was. I'm not sure what kind of potentiometer or Hall effect sensor it has inside here, but it can't be tested. It's internal into this, and like I said, it's CAN bus to the totally integrated power module. There it goes. And all I did was just barely touch this switch. There it goes again. Seems if I press up lightly on it, there it goes. I'm going to call that controller. That appears to be... Okay, I'm going to see if I can duplicate the condition by pushing up gently on this switch. There it goes. So there's something going on with this controller as far as I can tell. There it goes again. Oh well. We'll see whether that has to be flash programmed when it's installed or if it's plug and play.